students. Today we are going to start the next chapter of English literature, Macbeth. So let us see a bit before this introduction. Macbeth is a military nobleman who held a land granted by a king. So earlier days, King of Scotland, King Duncan. So earlier days, this word was being given, this title was being given as Thane, Thane. So Thane means a military nobleman who used to have a land granted. Granted means gifted by the king. So here, one day, Macbeth and the other one, that is Banquo, they went for a war and they were returning being victorious, that is triumph. And they met, when they were returning, they have seen three witches were there. Witches means a woman or the women, those who are believed to have certain magical powers, or they are also sometimes called as evil spirits. So they have seen three witches dancing beside a large cauldron. So what is cauldron? It is a large kettle or a boiler or a boiling pot, and they were greeting Macbeth or saluting them. And after that, he could hear three prophecies. Prophecies are divine announcement from the heaven. So that the three prophecies were like that. Now let us see. Similarly, let us go through and one by one we will see. So Macbeth and Banquo, both the generals, were returning, being victorious, and they were returning to Scotland, where the Scottish king was by that time, King Duncan, and Macbeth was Thane, that means an army chief or a general. Okay. Now cold mists swirled across the flat grey Scottish plain. Cold mists are not snow, mists are tiny droplets of water. After evaporation, they become a bit hazy but lesser to fog. You must be knowing fog. During winter, we also face sometimes fog on the road. So cold mists swirled around the flat grey Scottish plain. Plain means plateau or small valley. So what do you mean by swirled? Here it is given, they were passing through, the weather was cold and the cold breeze were moving in an uneven way. Twisted is given here on your word meaning. Twisted means bent way, just like we have read in Trouble on the Rohini, twisted, the trees were twisted. So the cold mists were blowing in an uneven way across the flat grey, the grey because not any vegetation was there, Scottish plain. Plain is the valley or plateau. The two men raced their horses across the heath, their minds filled with their own thoughts. The two men means Macbeth and Banquo. They were on their sitting on the horse's back, and they were across the heath. Heath is a large open land not used as farming. So their minds filled with their own thoughts. They were thinking about themselves, or might be the war which they have recently fought and they became victorious, and how they will be greeted or welcomed, and how they will give this good news. All these things they were thinking about, and they were returning to Scotland. They were Macbeth, the Thane of Glamis. Glamis is a place by that time in Scotland. Thane, as I told you, it's degree given, or you can say an honor given to a military nobleman, and Banquo, a general in the king's army. Just like commander-in-chief, general is also a position. They were returning from a war they had won, and their faces shone with triumph. So they were returning from a war which they have won. They have won the war, they were not defeated, and their faces shone with triumph. Shone means their faces were shining. This is a past tense of shine with triumph. Triumph means victory, or just like triumphant means victorious. So their faces were shining with, because they became victorious with great victory, and they were returning from a war. Suddenly, now what they have seen on the path, on the way to Scotland, suddenly a howling wind sprang up. Howling is this type of sound, just like sometimes dog howls, or you can say foxes howls. Wind sprang up. Suddenly they can hear a wind which made a howling type of sound. Sprang means from the down it sprang up, just like spring. Out of nowhere, so it seemed, three strange figures appeared before them. So earlier there were not a single man there or a woman there. Suddenly out of nowhere, from nowhere, suddenly what happened? They saw three strange figures appeared before them. They stood before them. Three withered old women who danced around a witch's cauldron. So what it is called? Cauldron. Cauldron pronunciation will come with K. Kawldrun. So what they have seen, the three witches were there, and they were dancing beside a cauldron. Cauldron is a large kettle or a big, you can say, pot. The first witch saluted Macbeth, as which I told you, woman believed to have magical powers. In our village side also, people still believe in witchcraft, that this lady has done something, that's why the man is suffering from pain or suffering from certain disease. This witchcraft, earlier days people used to believe, still date in a remote zone, means in the village zone, people believed in witch. The male of the witch are known as demon, like that. So witch. The first witch saluted Macbeth and shrieked. Shrieked means in a high pitched sound, told something. All hail Macbeth. All hail means we greet you, Macbeth, Thane of Glamis. So we greet you, Macbeth, you are the Thane of Glamis. True enough, thought Macbeth, because he was already the Thane of Glamis, that is a place in Scotland. He was the Thane of Glamis. The second figure, so three announcements were there. First one, the witch who told, all hail, we salute you, Macbeth, you are the Thane of Glamis, which Macbeth was already having this position. The second told, hail to thee, Macbeth, thee means you, it's an old English word. We salute you, Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor. But he was not the Thane of Cawdor. He was not a military chief of Cawdor, is also a place in Scotland. So this Macbeth was a bit, when the second witch also told, the second figure told, hail to you, Macbeth, that means we salute you, or I salute, or I greet you, Macbeth, you are the Thane of Cawdor. Because he was not the Thane of Cawdor, he was the Thane of Glamis only. So that has surprised Macbeth a bit. Now let us see the next page. But how is that? That means how could be it possible for Macbeth, because he was not the Thane of Cawdor. I am not the Thane of Cawdor, wondered Macbeth. Wondered means he was very much surprised. The third figure screeched. Again, the third figure also told something, was screeched. Screeched means spoke in a loud, very unpleasant voice. It is given here in your word meanings. All hail Macbeth, we shall be king hereafter. The third announcement by the third figure was really very strange. That is, all hail Macbeth, we salute or we greet you, Macbeth, you shall be the king hereafter. That means, hereafter means the future king. That means later on you will be the king of Scotland. But remember, the king was alive and he was King Duncan. But Macbeth was only a general or a nobleman in the army. So that was another surprising thing for Macbeth, because the third one told that you will be the future king of Scotland. Hereafter means after king, you will be the next one. So Macbeth stared in amazement. Stared means to look with open eyes, very much shocked, and to look in open eyes open, because he was thinking about this matter. Because the king was alive, king was already having two sons with him, who will be naturally the earlier days, the king's sons used to become the next king. So, but King Duncan was alive. By that time already king was alive, and so were his two sons. He was already having two sons, the princes, one was Malcolm, another one Donalbain. So already king was no doubt alive, King Duncan, and the two sons were also alive. The first one was Malcolm and next one was Donalbain. How could he possibly become king? So it was really surprising for Macbeth that how could he become the king? Because king was also alive and his two sons were also alive. The three skinny means very lean and thin, whose flesh also could be seen, means without any flesh, without any muscle, only bones could be seen. Skinny grey means a bit darkish color. Creatures now dance variedly means in a strange way around Banquo. Banquo was the other general who was with Macbeth in another horse's back, chanting in high voices. So chanting, I hope you know this, just like in sacred places, everyone is having their sacred places in their houses, just like in temples, in churches, in gurdwaras. Chanted means to tell in a rhythmic way, repetition of the same rhymes again and again. Okay, so chanted in a cackling voice. Cackling means in a loud and unpleasant voice. Unpleasant means a discomfortable voice or unhappy voice. So constantly chanting. They started chanting the third one. These three, not only third one, the three all together, they started chanting constantly. Hail lesser than Macbeth, yet greater. That means you are no doubt less than Macbeth, you are greater than the king. No doubt you are lesser than anything, you are even greater than king. I repeat, hail, we salute or we greet. Hail word means we salute or we greet. To salute or to greet someone. Lesser than Macbeth, they are lesser than you, Macbeth, yet greater, you are greater. You shall give birth to kings, you will give births to king, but never be one. Then all suddenly as they appeared, they vanished into the airy mists. Then suddenly the figures also came in front of them suddenly. Earlier there was nowhere. And suddenly they vanished also in the airy mist. Airy mist in the strange mists. Mist, as I told you, the wind a bit lesser than foggy. Have we gone mad? Whispered Banquo. Then for Banquo also it was very strange because he also heard the announcements. Both the men were confused and not sure whether